Marvel Cosmic Invasion might be one of the most pleasantly surprising games on the Switch 2 right now. I went into it expecting something fun, maybe something in that Ultimate Alliance lane, maybe something lightweight. Instead, I walked away like, yeah, this is exactly what Marvel games should feel like going forward. I genuinely love almost everything about this game. The combat, fantastic. The character interactions, on point. The visuals, way better than you'd expect on a Nintendo system. And the Switch 2 finally feels like it's pulling its weight in the performance department. But if I had one complaint, and honestly it's my biggest issue, it's that I just wish this game was longer. This is one of those games that ends and you immediately go, okay, cool. Where's the rest? Where's the real campaign? Who hid the DLC? Who is holding the rest of my cosmic adventure hostage? Also, before we get into the full breakdown, Beta Ray Bill and Rocket Raccoon have no business being as stupidly fun as they are together. Bill is just out here spinning hammers like a cosmic lawnmower, while Rocket casually drops nuke grenades like he's cleaning out a garage. That duo melted half the galaxy for me. Spinning hammers and nuke grenades, that's the real endgame. Nothing else matters. All right, let's get into this. So first things first, Marvel Cosmic Invasion wastes zero time. You're dropped into this huge cosmic threat right away. It has that classic Marvel energy. Big stakes, big personalities, and everything feels loud, colorful, and fun. The pacing is super tight. There's not a lot of filler. It moves from set piece to set piece in a way that keeps you constantly engaged. And visually, you can immediately feel the Switch 2 upgrade. Textures look sharper, lighting is way improved, and the environments actually have depth instead of that flat, plasticky look older Switch titles were plagued with. Characters feel expressive, cutscenes look great, and for once, the gameplay matches the cinematic expectations Marvel fans usually have. From first boot up, you can tell the devs were trying to make something that feels genuinely next gen for a Nintendo system. And honestly, mission accomplished. Now the combat. This is where the game absolutely shines. Every character feels unique, everyone has their own rhythm. You never feel like you're just reskinning abilities across the roster. You actually want to try different combinations because they play differently. You've got heavy bruisers, ranged blasters, support style hybrids, and those insane cosmic wildcards. And then there's the synergy system. When you pair certain heroes together, their abilities blend in ways that become stupid levels of fun. You can tell the system was the beating heart of the gameplay design because it is the most addictive part of the whole experience. Beta Ray Bill and Rocket Raccoon, man. Bill is built to control space. The spinning hammer is one of the most satisfying abilities in the entire game. The hitboxes feel aggressive, the feedback is clean, and the damage output is hilarious. It turns you into a cosmic blender. Rocket, he is pure destruction. The nuke grenades feel like you're cheating. Those chain detonation explosions never get old. He's the kind of character where you hit the button and stuff just disappears. Combine the two and it feels like you're deleting whole encounters. If the devs ever patch anything, it's probably going to be those two being way too compatible in all the best ways. Boss fights also deserve credit. They're big, theatrical, and fun without being bullet sponges. You always feel like you're doing damage, which keeps the pace fast and exciting instead of slow and grindy. Okay, let's talk characters because the roster is both great and frustrating. On one hand, the selection we do get is really strong. It's clear the devs wanted to show off a variety of fighting styles and power levels. You get a mix of cosmic heavy hitters, Earth-based heroes pulled into the madness, and a few deep cuts that make Marvel fans grin. On the other hand, you can feel the DLC drip feed coming from a mile away. So many fan favorites are missing. So many obvious characters aren't here yet, and the story sets up certain possibilities that just never happen in the main campaign. Which is why the biggest flaw of the game is simply that it isn't long enough, and the roster still feels incomplete. When you finish the campaign, you immediately want more missions, more villains, more hero pairings, more movesets to play with more late game unlocks. Just more everything. It's like getting served a really good appetizer and then the restaurant just closes. Still, the characters that are here are genuinely fun. Voice acting is solid, the quips land, and the game really leans into the cosmic weirdness, which is exactly where Marvel shines. The story is very Marvel in the best way. It's quick, funny, charming, and full of personality. You get that Guardians of the Galaxy energy at times, that Thor Ragnarok cosmic vibe, and even a bit of classic comic book drama just sprinkled in just the right amount. Rocket steals so many scenes, it's absurd. Beta Ray Bill is a powerhouse, but also somehow lovable in the most chaotic warrior poet way. The dynamic between cosmic heroes and grounded Earth heroes is fun every time it comes up. The only downside? The story ends right when it feels like it's about to expand. You can feel the potential for bigger arcs, more worlds, and more villains, and then it stops. Not because it wrapped everything up neatly, but because it clearly wants you to want DLC. And trust me, you will. But what is here? Solid. The worlds look great, the missions are varied, the humor works, the emotional beats while lights still land. It's not trying to be deep, it's trying to be fun, and it succeeds at that. This is one of the first games that truly makes the Switch 2 feel like a major upgrade. You get sharper visuals, faster load times, much more stable combat, bigger crowds of enemies without slowdown, real environmental effects instead of flat textures. The Switch 2 hardware finally feels like it can hold a modern game without cracking in half. No more 20 FPS combat moments, no more muddy backgrounds, no more jagged lighting. Everything is smoother, everything is faster, everything feels more premium. And the haptic feedback, surprisingly good. When Bill's hammer hits or Rocket's grenades detonate, the controller gives you that satisfying thump that older Nintendo hardware just couldn't replicate. It's not PS5 level vibration, but for a Switch, it's clean. All right, the part that frustrated me, the game is short. Too short. Not, oh, I wanted 2 more missions. More like, why does it feel like the second half of the game is missing? And look, I get it. DLC is coming. Expansions are coming. Marvel loves seasonal content drops. But when the base game is this good, keeping it this short just feels wrong. The roster also suffers from this. The foundation is here. The gameplay is excellent. The characters are all a blast. There's just not enough of it. This game could easily justify a 20-hour campaign, double the characters, alternate endings, multiple villain arcs. It feels like they built the perfect playground and then only let us use half of it. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is honestly one of my favorite Switch 2 experiences so far. It delivers on fun, it delivers on combat, it delivers on character personality, and it absolutely nails the fantasy of being a chaotic cosmic superhero team. If the devs drop DLC, this could end up being one of the best Marvel games ever made. The potential is insane. As it stands today though, it's an amazing game with a short lifespan. But man, Beta Ray Bill and Rocket, sorry I keep bringing it up, that combo is going with me into every future mission, every challenge, every mode, except for the challenges where you have to use specific characters. They are my new comfort duo. They are my peanut butter and jelly, my hammer and grenade, my spin to win and explode everything strategy. If you know, you know. If you haven't played it yet, play it. If you have played it, drop your favorite duo in the comments, because if it's not Bill and Rocket, I need to know what madness you're cooking with. Thanks for watching. If you liked the breakdown, hit that like button, sub if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video. And seriously, go try the spinning hammers and nuke grenades combo. It's ridiculous.